Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Looking to Inspire. Today we will be making rice and we will be putting peas in it. We have already put in 1.5 cups of cooking oil into the pan. We are then going to cut 6 medium-sized onions into small pieces, and these will go into the cooking pan. The onions are being cut now into small pieces. We will also need 6 tomatoes and around 7 green chilies. We will also be putting 2 large potatoes with the peas as well, and these will go into the rice. And these will go in the rice. The onions have now been put in the pan and the gas has been switched on. So we will wait for these to get cooked, and now we will be cutting down the stuff like the tomatoes and doing the chilies in the machine. We're putting 2 medium-sized pieces of ginger. These have actually been cut into small pieces, that's why it looks more than 2 pieces, and we will be grinding them in this machine. Also, in terms of the onions, the onions will take actually around 20 minutes to cook. So, like as you know from my previous videos, we will let them get to a color in between black and white, so not too dark and not too light. So once they have been done, we will take them out of the pan and then make them into small pieces in this machine. We will grind them so that basically they don't be lying around in the rice once they are cooked, and this will also make the rice more delicious. Also, before we cut the cooked onions in here, we will have to put 1 glass of water so that the onions get soft as well. So once we've done that, we will leave it for a minute or so, and then we will put the onions in here ready to cut. Yeah, the chilies and the ginger are ready to grind this machine. Very shortly we will be washing these tomatoes. So basically we will be putting 5 tomatoes. We will cut these initially into small pieces, and then we will also put these into the machine, which will grind them into small pieces. As you can see, the onions are still being cooked. They've not gone fully dark, so we're still okay. We'll let them cook for a while. The peas has been washed, and we will be adding around half a pound of peas into the rice. Here's the tomatoes, here's potatoes, and very shortly we will wash the rice 7 times. Now we will be putting the tomatoes into here so that we can grind them into small pieces. The same will happen with the onions which are in the pan.
Also, we need to put 1 tablespoon salt when we put when we pouring other stuff like tomatoes, ginger, and peas and potatoes. Spoon salt.
So 1 tablespoon of salt. This is the perfect color to indicate that the onions have been done. So now we are going to put water in. We're going to leave it for a minute or 2. Then after that, we are going to grind these onions into the machine. We're going to stir it for a few times, and now we're going to put the lid back on and let it cook for a minute or 2. Now we are going to transfer these onions into this plate, and from here we are going to grind them.
Cook rice without
Grinding them.
grinding them, then you can see when the rice being cooked, then you can see the onion and doesn't look nice.
So this is the reason basically why we end up grinding them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That seems like a good reason.
Yeah.
So the onions have been taken out from the pan and put into the plate, and they will be very shortly. They will be ready to grind. The tomatoes have been grinded, and they will be very shortly ready to put in the pan. No. So the tomatoes, as you can see, have been put into the pan, and now we are going to grind the onions, the cooked onions.
Slowly.
Butter. We will switch the gas back on so that these can cook for a bit, and during this time we will also put potatoes and the peas as well. The peas are also ready to go into the pan. Now we are stirring it for a few times will be sufficient so that the potatoes and the peas can mix. We are now putting the cooked onions into the grinder, and these are ready to grind. Yeah, as you can see, they've been grinded. There's got a bit more left to grind. The onions have now been done, and we will be putting these into the pan. Onions being put into the pan. So we will let this cook for around 10 minutes with the peas and with the potatoes, and then after that we will be putting 4 cups of water into the pan. So in total it is 6 cups of rice, and it will be we will be putting 4 cups of water. So we usually will, whatever amount of cups of rice is, we would always put 2 cups less of water. Now we are ready to wash the rice thoroughly. We will be washing the rice 7 times just to make sure there's not any dust or a bit of dirt in it. So 7 times we'll be washing it. Rice has now been washed, and now we will be adding 3 cups of water into the rice. We will be using this size cup, putting 3 to 4, let it put 2 in, another one left to put in. This is the 4th one we put in the pan, and now we will be putting this into the big pan where the rice is being cooked. So 4 cups of water, and we wash this 7 times. Now the water has been put 4 times. We will also now be adding another 1 tablespoon of salt with the water as well.
Yeah, salt.
So we've added extra. We are stirring this. We've added the salt, and we will let it cook for a bit. So when the water starts to boil, then we will be adding the rice into the pan. So I don't know if you can see clearly, the gas is on full at the moment, and it will also stay on full the moment we add the rice. It will stay on full for a short while, and then depending on whether the water has been dried or not, then we will decide if we need to lower the gas or not. As you know before, when we wash the rice 7 times, now we are taking the water out so that the rice is ready to go into the pan. So the water has been taken out, as you can see. So the water is boiling now, and the rice is ready to add now. So like I said before, it is 6 cups of rice. So the rice has been put in, and we are going to stir it a few times, making sure that everything's mixed with it, and then we're going to leave it around 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave it around 10 minutes, and then we're going to see whether the water has been dried. If it hasn't been dried, then we're going to leave it on full gas for a bit. Yeah, so if the water has not been dried after 10 minutes, it will stay on full gas, and then we leave it for 2 minutes. Then after that we will check again, and if the water has been dry, then we will put it on low gas. Put it on low gas, and we will leave it for 20 minutes. So as we look now, check now, the water has basically almost been dried. So as you can see, well,
Stir it for
so we're going to
2 times.
so we're going to stir it for 1-2 times, and then we're going to lower the gas,
And leave it for 20 minutes.
and we will leave this for 20 minutes to cook. So now we've turned down the gas, so it's basically it'll be cooking on low gas, and leave it for 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes we will check, and basically after 20 minutes it will be ready to cook. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, the rice has been cooked. Doesn't it look delicious? Would you like to try some? Those of you who know where I live, you are most welcome to come and have some. In fact, you can come now. Alhamdulillah, it's got such a nice smell. Thank you very much for watching my channel once again. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and also please feel free to share my videos, and I shall take leave and see you in next video inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum.